Guys, this is my Pats versus Colts review. It's Tuesday, so it's a couple of days. Oh well, I was going to do it yesterday, but I was a bit busy, so I'm doing it now. The Pats won 34-27. So yeah, like a lot of people wanted us to blow the Colts out, which obviously would have been amazing, but to me, a win's a win, and I'm just glad we beat them. To be fair, so first half was really close. I mean, the Colts came out and straight away Andrew Luck looked really good. He was completing a lot of passes, and on the first drive they drove all the way down. Um, and then on I think it was like 4th and 1, like 5 yards out or something, they went for it and got the touchdown. So that was not the greatest start for the Pats on defense, but after that, they obviously we responded and got a touchdown, and then it was quite odd. It seemed whenever the Colts went down and scored, we'd respond. But then the couple times they didn't, I think we got in the second quarter I think it was a 14-7 lead, or no, I think it was 10-7, 10-7, because we got a touchdown and then we got a field goal after that. And then it was 10-7 and we stopped the Colts, so we got the ball back. And then Brady threw his first interception of the season. Totally not his fault. It would have been a completed pass to Julian Edelman. The pass was just on point, but Edelman caught the touchdown for the Patriots earlier on, and he seemed to, basically his little finger it looked like it was out of place, like he might have broken it or something like that. Obviously he hasn't, but it looked that way at the time. And so he was trying to catch the ball one-handed or off his pads, and so he went to make this catch, bounced off his pads, and it flew up into Mike Adams' hands for the interception, and that was within our own like 15-yard line. So he intercepted it, and basically it was a pick six. He ran like 8 yards for a touchdown. So it was basically no one to stop him. It was right outside the end zone. So that was obviously at the time disappointing, considering it wasn't even a bad throw, because Edelman wasn't even well covered. He was pretty open. But then we responded well after that and got another touchdown to go up 17-14. And then just before half, the Colts got another touchdown and made it 21-20. And then they tried an onside kick, and it looked like they recovered it as well. But there wasn't. Basically, they signaled Pat's ball, and then on the replay, it looked like the Colts player, I think it was Dante Moncrief, had it, but they said it wasn't conclusive evidence. So that was lucky, because otherwise, if we'd failed to get the onside kick there, and the Colts had the ball just before half time and could have gone up by another score, that would have been really tricky. So, but then we got a field goal to end the half, and basically we were down by 1 point then, so it was 21-20. And then second half, which is basically the half time, is where we seem to correct all the mistakes, and we came out after half time. Offense looked really good, and the defense looked really good as well. It shut down the Colts. It was basically a punt after punt after punt for the Colts, and then they tried the most ridiculous. I mean, I love it, but because obviously it failed. But they tried a fake punt on 4th down, and so they lined up in a normal punt formation, and then shifted 9 guys like near the sideline on the right hand side. So then there was a snapper and the guy right behind. There was 2 guys in the center of the field, and then 9 on the side. and then so we put about 7 on the side and kept like 4 guys in the middle. And obviously, at that point, it didn't look like they were going to snap the ball because it was a failed attempt, so they were just going to take a timeout or something. But with like 2 seconds to go on the play clock, the Colts player snaps the ball back, and they're 5 yards away from a first down. And so he just, because there's 4 guys against 2, he just gets tackled straight away. And so the Pats get the ball back there, and it's on like the 40-yard line of the Colts. What would they think? It was the stupidest call and fake punt attempt in the history. It's one of the stupidest things in any sport history. It was, what were they doing? It just didn't make sense. Any of it didn't make any sense. But then we got the ball, scored a touchdown, and we went up 34-21. And then, I mean, the Colts got a touchdown, late on, but so it finished 34-27. But and there was probably the best play I've seen this season, where Jamie Collins on the PAT attempt to bring it within a 6-point game, which was a huge difference because if the Colts had got an onside kick, well, if they'd recovered an onside kick and then went and scored a touchdown with a few seconds to go, they would have won because they would have won by basically a point because we were up by 13 points. But then on the PAT attempt, the extra point, Jamie Collins, as he kind of guessed when the ball was going to be snapped, and he leaped over the line of scrimmage, the whole line of scrimmage, and was just in the backfield and just completely blocked the kick. It was insane. It was amazing. But yeah, so that made it a 7-point game. Gave us, at least then if we did not, recover the onside kick, the Colts would have to go 50 yards and basically score a touchdown and extra point to make it a tied game instead of being able to take the lead. But that didn't happen, and the defense was just really good in the second half. Near the end of the match, the Pats offense wasn't great. We weren't putting a drive together to run out the clock. So we kept giving the Colts a chance, but the way the defense was playing, they were never going to score a touchdown, I don't think. So yeah, that's my review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be making my picks video for week 7 in the next couple of days. Okay, so see you soon.